you all able to see the content I'm sharing. So yeah. So in terms of the engineering and technology domain, right? Um, so engineering is basically the applied part of science. So that's where the more no, the new students who are getting into the engineering or technology streams, they get more involved, and then they can create, the overall skill, and then how they develop, and then how they apply in the actual industry. So I myself started with chemical engineering, but I do like ma'am mentioned that specialization. So along your if you have chosen the engineering field, and then by third or fourth year, if you focus on some of the specialization areas which you ma'am has mentioned, that will help a lot in the industry. So when the day one you get into the industry, and then you will get an opportunity to work in various different industries as well. And then if you chose to work on specific industry domain, then that will also help, right? So during my chemical engineering, I started learning some of the programming aspects, like those days C programming, and then Pascal and other things. And when I joined the industry, it was really helpful. And similarly, if you see on the current scenario, so I do work in for the mainly for the large energy companies, like you must have heard of Shell and Exxon Mobil and British Petroleum, and of course in India, so Indian Oil Corporation. So they all transforming their business, right? More and more they are automating their processes and then the operations. So that's where the focus got into learning new areas of specialization, like artificial intelligence and then machine learning, and then internet of things, because more and more the data being collected in the industry, so compared to last 2 or 3 decades. So we have what we call in the in terms of scale, so we are reaching almost beta to zeta byte of amount of data to process that kind of data. So engineering knowledge or the engineering capabilities with some form of specialization will help. That is in terms of opportunities. Maybe once you complete your engineering degree, so down the line you have a lot of options in this particular new, or we call emerging field, right? Because not only that, and so more and more complex systems are being built now, right? So compared to yesteryears, so to understand and troubleshoot any of the systems in the near future, so you need to have very strong fundamental engineering knowledge plus some specialization is must to solve the industrial problem. So that is in a nutshell, I would say. And specialization is one area, so you can choose along with your engineering. So that is you keep focusing on one of the areas, like cloud computing, and then internet of things, and other blockchain. So some of the areas like artificial intelligence and machine learning, this all some of the fields which are still emerging, and it will provide you with a lot of scope to for improvement, and then build your career on top of it. And then yeah, and then learning beyond curriculum also important. So when you do your courses in engineering, so please update yourself with the guidance from the faculties, right? I mean, then they will be the right people to guide you on the some of the topics, right? Maybe these whatever we are talking about AML, so probably the 5-10 years back, they will be at the research level, right? So faculties will be the best people to guide you on what are the topics under research, because it will take a minimum 5 to 10 years that will get into the applied or the industrial applications built on top of it. So, and also on applying the learning process, and whatever you learn from the curriculum, so please try to do some smaller projects. So that will give more than anything else, it will build you a lot of confidence, right? So whether it could be a 2 or 4 member team, so please do focus on the applied aspects of whatever you learn. So that will help a lot, because when you moment you join any industry, right, so you will be working along or working as a team, right? So that will give how you work along with the other team members and then build the overall no, application or solution for any different type of industry. So that is one key aspect I would like to convey here. And also the transformation what we call in the industry, almost all the sectors, whether it is a healthcare, or it could be on the aviation industry, or it could be on the even the core industries, so like robotics and other things are being built every day, every year. So those are need to be learned. So these are the areas you can focus, because some of that specialization, right, can be applied in any of these industries. So like cloud computing, IoT, and AML. So that will come help you when you join in any different type of industry. And also, just the final point is just you keep learning continuous. So the learning should be a continuous process. So even beyond whatever the structure you develop at the engineering level, or the subsequent career options, so you need to keep learning continuously. So keep abreast in your learning the new areas, new technologies. That will help in the long run, right? And just to highlight on what is the typical industry. Not only you, once you will get into engineering, so you can just build your career option wide. Not only just joining a larger enterprise. Yeah, definitely it will help, and then it will give a lot of stability in your life. And also now, because of the digital technologies availability, even you down the line you can think of being a startup or entrepreneur, so yourself, right? Because it doesn't need much infrastructure, or much need lot of resources to build new areas, or then you are build your own business, right? Like Uberization. So that is a term we use. So Uber doesn't own any car, right? So that is a kind of opportunity available for you. So once you have fundamentals and then basic engineering knowledge, and then right no, technology know how it is there, so anyone can start your own enterprise, and then you can grow in your life, right? So this is to just to build showcase. And also in terms of the market trends, right? In terms of the artificial intelligence and machine learning, because it's being used but every part of our life and every different industries. So this is some of the market trends. So how the down the line the growth of this particular specific field. So it is like $1 billion industry, and then it's growing almost another 50 billion. So there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of solutions will be built for each and every industry. Probably we have visibility for some of them, but definitely it will have like visual analytics and then image recognition. All those things are the new areas which is every day it's getting updated with the new trends. And also on the internet of things, so because of the devices, and then each and every aspect of our either it is a home or it is our automotive like cars, or all now it is provided with the embedded computers, or what we call. So embedded chips generate a lot of amount of data. So handling that data in manually built applications last 10 decades is not possible now at all. So that is the key market trends. And then please choose your career with a strong engineering background plus specialization. So that will help a lot. So with that, I just wait for your queries. So please do drop this thing in the chat window, as Sah has mentioned, and then I'll join later after the further sessions. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much. So I'm sure students would have now got an idea on what to focus on, and he has been mentioning on some key mantras for you all to follow once you get on to the engineering studies. How really you'll have to stay focused